Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great Friday. Yeah, my hair, I'm going for a hair day today, so I've just done nothing with my hair. um, so forgive my hair today. Yes, thank God I'm going in for a hair day. Anyway, I just wanted to say, wish you happy Friday. And also, I wanted to make a quick comment before I get into the Bible here. We're in Mark, chapter 4. And if please understand that when I do these videos, I often will use the mic. I will not type, so the grammar may not always be correct. Please don't judge that by my intelligence, okay? um, I also want you to know that just looking at one video and comments is not going to answer the question of the homosexual question in the Bible. Please go to my videos that are labeled the ancient eunuch, natural born eunuch, the ancient eunuch, or something like that. I think it's the title, the natural born eunuch. And you'll see a little insert picture of me and then a schematic on the back, natural born eunuch. And you'll see it labeled 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and they're all together. And I just looked at it, so I know it's there. And go through that. It's not. It's just sort of something I threw together in a day's or 2 days time. I think I can't remember. And where I explain about the ancient eunuch, and the reason why I'm bringing that up is because go look at Matthew 19:12, okay? And Dr. Gannon of Princeton University, leading biblical scholar, along with others, R.C. Wilkerson, I'm sure would agree with me, that yesterday's eunuch can be thought of, but a lot of homosexuals don't like to be associated with it because they don't understand it completely. Is considered today's LGBT, the ancient eunuch is considered today's homosexual, okay, or the LGBT community, all right? And that's the closest that we have, according to Dr. Gannon of Princeton University, leading biblical scholar. And when the Lord called me back in 2010, I believe, and even before that, okay, because even before I came back here to Ventura back in 2001 to 2000, 2001, 2002. When I was up in San Francisco, I was talking to my very good friend Tom, and we worked together as interpreters, and I would talk about Jesus to him, and he actually was considering going to seminary at one time, and so I think that talking and the Lord talking through me to him, that led him to go back to church as well. I believe I was a small part of it, and it also led me to where I am today. Okay, which, and 17 years later. And so if you are just sort of glib and flippant in your comments about one video, and just being and calling yourself a Christian, and that you're trying to be well-meaning and everything, you're not. Okay, that's not your heart's intent. It's not the goodness of your heart coming out. It isn't. And it shows very much so that you are not really doing your homework in looking at what it is that I'm saying here. So I'm just saying this here now so that any, if you were to look at my videos today, for example, and you started off with this one, then you would know to go back and look at the beginning videos. And I don't know how to make it so that each video would say the same thing. That would be boring for you guys, I'm sure. But, every periodically I'm going to have to, maybe bring this up because some people are just ignorant, and don't know how to really do research and take the time or even be reverent and take the time to look at who is this person that they're listening to, this talking head, who am I, who is Margie, So go back to, I give my testimony even, I believe, in my video. It was going to be for somebody else's video, actually, and I think I just kept it. I'll have to look myself to see if it's still there. But I've done that, and I have also been looking at a lot of Emanuel Swedenborg's writings from the 1700th century, where Emanuel Swedenborg, his discoveries and findings and his actual life experience has really influenced me lately. And also Lorna Byrne, in her life and her real experiences and what the Lord has allowed her to have in this lifetime has influenced me a great deal and has broadened my understanding of who God is, and the Bible as well, of course. And I revere the Bible very much. I love what's in our Bibles, even more so now because of the ancient eunuch and story in Acts, chapter 8, 23 through 40, I believe it is, about Simeon the Black, the ancient eunuch, okay, and what happened to him and Philip and his conversion and so forth, okay. So I just wanted to preface that because I just got a comment from somebody, I won't even mention, not worth it, that just, doesn't have the wherewithal to do their own homework and to research things out before just making some flippant comment. And I've been doing this for this ministry. I've done, I'm sure, at least anywhere between 8 and 1,000 videos so far. I've done over 130 songs. Not all great songs, but, and some secular and some religious, some gospel, and you have seen me every day for that length of time, and if you took the time to see who it is that I am, you would see the fruits of my my labor, if you will, and they are to be known by their fruit, right? So, okay, we are in chapter 4 of Mark, and I'll try to get this chapter in, okay? All right, thank you for letting me rant a little bit here in the beginning. Okay, so the parable of the sower, the seed growing secretly, and the mustard seed. Okay. So he began again to teach by the seaside, and there gathered unto him a great multitude, so that he entered into a ship and sat in the sea, and the whole multitude by the sea on the land. And he taught them many things by parables, and said unto them in his doctrine, Hearken, behold, there went out a sower to sow. And it came to pass that he sowed, and some fell by the side, and the fowls of the air came up and devoured it up. Some fell by the stony ground, where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of earth. And when the sun was up, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away. And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and yielded no fruit. And another fell on good ground, and did yield fruit, and sprang up and increased, and brought forth some 30, some 60, and some 100. And he said unto them, He that hath ears to hear, let them hear. And when he was alone, they were about him, and 12 asked of him the parable. And he said unto them, Unto you is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables, that seeing that they may see and not perceive, hearing they may not hear and understand, lest any of time they should be converted, and their sins should be forgiven them. And he said unto them, Know ye not this parable? And how then will you know all parables? The sower soweth the word. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan comes immediately and takes away the word that was sown in their hearts. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, so who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. And afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of the world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of things entering in, choke the word, and it become unfruitful. And these are they which are sown on good ground, which as hear the word, receive it, bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, 60, and some 100. And he said unto them, A candle is brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? For there is nothing hid which will not be manifest, neither was there anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. And if any man have ears to hear, let them hear. And he said unto them, Take heed what you hear, what measure you mete it, and it shall measure to you, and unto you that hear shall more be given. For he that hath, to him shall be given, and he that hath not, from him shall be taken, even that which he hath. And he said, So the kingdom of God, as if a man should cast seed into the ground, and should sleep, and rise night and day, and the seed should spring and grow up, he knoweth not how. For the earth bringeth forth fruit of herself, first the blade, the ear, and then the full corn in the ear. And when the fruit is brought forth, immediately he putteth the sickle, because the harvest is come. And he said, Whereunto shall we liken the kingdom of God, or what comparison shall we compare it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which when it sown in the earth is less than all the seeds that be in the earth. But when it is sown and groweth up, becomes greater than all the herbs, and shooteth out great branches, so that the fowls of the air may lodge under the shadow of it. And with many such parables he spoke, and they were able to hear it. And without a parable spoke he not unto them, but then when they were alone he explained all things to his disciples. And the same day, when at the evening came, he said unto them, Let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took a ship, and there was also with him other little ships. And they rose a great storm and wind, and waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awoke him, and they said unto him, Master, cometh now, or we will perish. And he arose, he rebuked the wind, and went into the sea, and peace be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said unto them, Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? They feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? And that's the end of chapter 4. So I hope that you have a blessed day. I'm going to read one more. I'm going to do another video, and to be continued. Okay, bye-bye.